Hey friends, Brian Hudson here, and this is Pathfinders, a hiking podcast with Brian. Today we're dialing in essential hydration strategies for senior hikers. Hydration sounds basic, but as we age, small changes to timing, volume, and electrolytes have outsized payoffs for comfort, safety, and confidence. I'll cover what shifts with age, how to start the day hydrated, exactly how much to sip on the move, when to add sodium, and how to read early warning signs. We'll layer in weather, altitude, food pairings, meds to consider, water treatment, and the best gear for staying consistent year-round. Stick around for a simple sweat test and one actionable habit you can apply on your very next walk. Let's make every mile smoother, safer, and fun.
As we get older, our hydration math changes in 3 important ways. First, the thirst signal gets quieter, so you may not feel thirsty until you've already fallen behind. Second, total body water gradually declines, giving you a smaller reserve when heat, altitude, or pace increase losses. Third, kidney responses slow a bit, which means correcting a fluid and sodium imbalance can take longer. The combined effect is higher risk for both dehydration and overhydration, with symptoms that can look similar at first. The solution isn't fear, it's a plan. We replace guesswork with simple targets, steady timing, and awareness, so energy, balance, and decision-making stay sharp from trailhead to tailgate, and recovery after the hike is faster. That's empowering, not limiting, for seniors.
Pre-hike hydration begins at breakfast, not at the first switchback. Aim to leave home with pale straw-colored urine and a calm stomach. A practical target is 16 to 20 ounces, or about 500 to 600 milliliters, 1 to 2 hours before you start walking. That window allows absorption and a bathroom stop. If mornings run dry for you, add a small glass right after waking, then the rest with your meal. Salt a normal breakfast to support fluid balance on warm days. Coffee or tea is fine in moderation. Simply pair each cup with water. If you take morning medications, drink enough to swallow them comfortably, then avoid last-minute chugging in the parking lot, which often backfires. Remember to start steady, not stuffed.
Once you're moving, rhythm drinking beats taking huge gulps. A reliable starting range is 13 to 27 ounces per hour, or about 0.4 to 0.8 liters. Break that into sips every 15 to 20 minutes so absorption keeps pace with sweat. Push toward the high end when dealing with heat, humidity, altitude, faster pace, sun exposure, or a heavier pack. You can pull back a touch during cool, shaded strolls. Hydration bladder users should set a repeating 20-minute alert on your watch so you can be reminded to take a sip. Those who like to drink from bottles should. Schedule drink breaks at junctions or viewpoints. Keeping an even intake helps your stomach remain calm and your head clear. The goal is to match demand, not to chase it after an hour of taking little or no hydration at all. Small, steady, repeatable hydration is the goal. Your joints and mood will also feel better.
Electrolytes help water go where it's needed. Sodium leads the way, driving absorption in the gut and supporting blood volume. On warm days, longer outings, or if you're a salty sweater, target about 300 to 500 milligrams of sodium per hour. You can reach that with a low-sugar electrolyte mix, a pinch of table salt in diluted juice, or salty foods like pretzels, salted nuts, or a small thermos of broth in cool weather. Avoid reflexively using high-dose salt tablets. They can upset your stomach and overshoot your needs. Potassium and magnesium matter as well, but you can usually obtain them with normal snacks and meals. Remember to keep it simple, prioritize sodium, sip steadily, and match flavor to your appetite so you actually drink. Also remember that comfort equals consistency and results. It's important to spot dehydration early so you can fix it fast. Common signs include thirst, dry mouth, darker urine, a creeping headache, cramps, irritability, and unusual fatigue. On the trail, you might see your pace drop on gentle grades or feel clumsy on rocky surfaces. For older adults, you should also watch for any lightheadedness when you stand, brief confusion reading signs, or unsteady balance on narrow trails. Here are some field fix ideas for you. Pause in the shade, loosen your pack, take measured sips, and add sodium with a salty snack or a light electrolyte mix. When you're ready to continue, make sure to keep your effort easy for 20 minutes and reassess. If symptoms improve, continue with a steadier cadence. If they worsen, cut the day short. Remember, cooling down and rebalancing beats pushing through and becoming seriously ill. Early action helps preserves fun and good decision-making power. However, too much water without enough sodium creates a different problem: hyponatremia. Early symptoms include nausea, stomach bloating, a dull headache, puffy fingers, and frequent clear urination. Confusion or worsening symptoms after rest are also red flags. The best trail response is to pause intaking plain water. Take sodium with a salty snack or a measured electrolyte mix, and give your body time to recover. Do not chase a headache with rapid chugging. If vomiting, severe weakness, or confusion appear, stop the hike, cool down, and seek help from partners, rangers, or emergency services immediately. Remember that prevention is moderation. You need to sip steadily, include sodium during heat or long efforts, and avoid drinking beyond thirst plus your planned schedule. Balanced inputs beat going to the extremes, especially on warm, humid days. Comfort, clarity, and safety need to always come first. You can personalize your hydration plan with a quick sweat rate test. Choose a 1-hour brisk walk that mirrors your usual terrain and temperature. Weigh yourself with minimal clothing right before your walk. Don't drink during the walk, and towel off any sweat. Then weigh yourself again. Each pound lost equals roughly 16 ounces of fluid, or about 475 milliliters. That's your hourly baseline for similar conditions. In hotter weather or on steeper climbs, bump up your intake. In colder conditions, lower slightly, but keep the sipping rhythm. Retest once or twice per season, and after fitness or medication changes, because your body adapts to any changes. This 5-minute experiment turns vague advice into numbers you can trust, helping you pack the right volume and pace your drinking with confidence. Simple, objective, repeatable, and tailored to you personally. You need to also consider weather and elevation variables. In heat and humidity, sweat can exceed 1 liter per hour even at a relaxed pace, so move toward the high end of your range and include sodium. Wear breathable layers, use shade breaks, and pre-chill bottles. In cold weather, thirst is muted and bottles can freeze, so try to use insulated sleeves, keep caps down, and set alerts on your phone or watch so you actually drink. Warm tea, lightly salted broth, or room temperature water encourage steady sipping. When you're at altitude, the air is dry and breathing increases water loss even at rest. Above roughly 6,000 feet, plan an extra half to 1 liter across the day on top of your normal intake, and favor gentle pacing early. Listen to your body and adjust. Fluids work best with food. Sipping while you snack slows stomach emptying enough to enhance absorption and brings sodium along for the ride. Keep your fluid and food pairings simple. For example, water with salted trail mix, an electrolyte drink with a sandwich, hot broth with crackers on cold days, or fruit at the trailhead for fluid and potassium. For most hikes, water is the MVP. Add a low-sugar electrolyte mix in hot and humid days and on longer days. Keep flavors light so sipping remains easy. Caffeine in moderation is fine, but pair coffee or tea with water to avoid having to chase bathrooms. Skip alcohol before and during hikes. Alcohol increases urine output, blunts your judgment, and can mask early dehydration. Save the alcohol drink for after the hike for a safe celebration afterward. Hydration starts with your trail map and your pack. Note reliable refill points on the map, any available seasonal spigots, and any dry stretches you may encounter so you carry enough supplies for your hydration needs, not just enough water. Here are some ideas for treating natural water sources. Filters are efficient and can improve taste. Chemical tablets are ultralight but need time to be effective. UV pens are fast, yet need clear water and charged batteries. You should always carry a tiny backup like iodine tabs. Using bottle can be helpful because they are simple, easy to clean, and make tracking intake visual, and they are great for electrolyte mixes. Hydration bladders encourage frequent sipping but hide volume and require cleaning. In summer, keep bottles handy in shoulder pockets. In winter, insulate the bottles. store caps down, and, with bladders, blow water back into the reservoir to prevent freezing from happening. Finally, after the hike, rehydrate on purpose. Replace about 125 to 150% of fluid lost over 2 to 4 hours. Include sodium so water sticks, and eat protein plus carbs to speed recovery. Here are a couple of things to monitor to make sure you're rehydrated. Your urine should be a pale straw color, weight near your baseline, and regular bathroom trips. Set watch reminders and do quick buddy checks on the trail. Meds can alter your hydration plan. Diuretics, ACE inhibitors, beta blockers, and SGLT2 inhibitors affect fluid and sodium, so make sure to ask your doctor for guidance if you have heart, kidney, or endocrine conditions or any other concerns. Here's your action tip for this week. Do a 1-hour sweat test. Then program a 20-minute alert on your phone or watch and take 4 to 6 sips every time the alarm goes off. Okay, folks, that's our show for today. We discussed clear steps for safer, stronger, more joyful miles while staying hydrated on the trail. I hope you enjoyed today's discussion and will share this with your hiking companions and friends. I'm Brian Hudson. Stay hydrated and enjoy the great outdoors.